Hello everyone, my name is Kevin.
And I'm David.
And we are from MeepleMonster.com.
Today we're going to be playing a game called Renaissance Man. It's by Rio Grande Games. It's 1 to 4 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play.
Really great game. Let's go ahead and look at what's included inside the box. To start off, you have 96 game cards, and these are going to be used during the game. And then you have 4 reference cards. One of them is going to be a round summary, and the other ones are going to be action cards that show you what you can do within your turn. And then you have 48 double-sided tokens that correspond to the actions that you can take during your turn.
Cool. What else we got in this box is everyone gets their own little gameplay mat. So there's 4 of these included. And then you have this recruit mat right here. And also, we have these nifty little knight meeples and a phase kind of counter pawn, I think is what they call it.
Something like that.
Something like that. So pretty cool, nice wooden pieces, and everything's pretty nicely built.
Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different than our other videos because this game takes a little bit longer to play. We're actually going to show you how to play and explain the rules as we go. So, and then at the very end, we'll do our crap reviews.
Crap reviews, man. Always excited for the crap reviews.
Let's get started.
Cool.
The goal of Renaissance Man is to be the first player to complete a pyramid of workers. Each player begins with the same 5 foundation worker cards. They are the Scholar, the Merchant, the Knight, the Baker, and the Renaissance Man.
Let's take a look at each worker card and their corresponding actions. The Scholar. He has the ability to teach. You'll discard a card with a certain ability to eventually build a Renaissance Man. The Merchant. He hires, which is the act of adding a worker card to your pyramid. Cards need to have 2 matching icons in the bottom to be added to the pyramid. The Knight gives you the ability to recruit. You will discard a card in an attempt to get a certain card you want from the recruit board. The Baker, bartering. So you discard a certain type of card and add it to your board as a stored action that can be used later. The Renaissance Man has no actions. When you finally teach all 4 skills, you take a discarded card and use the back as a Renaissance Man. Note, this Renaissance Man must be played immediately.
Let's show you how to set this sucker up. First off, each player lays out their 5 foundation cards simultaneously and in any order that they want. Next, choose a player to be the dealer. However you want to decide this is entirely up to you.
The dealer then fills up the recruit board and deals each player 4 cards. Now, we finally get to play. The game is played in a series of rounds that are broken up into 3 parts. The action phases, the resolution of the recruit board, and discarding and dealing cards. So the action phases. The dealer calls out Action 1, and each player simultaneously decides their first action. You can use any action from level 1 of your pyramid that is available to you. Each level of the pyramid gets only 1 action. So if you don't have cards on level 2, then you do not get a second action. You can only use actions of cards that are not covered. Any card that is covered is unavailable to be used.
The dealer then looks to see if anyone is hired for their first action. If anyone did, the dealer calls out Action 2, and the players who did have a chance to use that action. This continues until there are no more actions that can be played for any player.
The resolution of the recruit board. After the action phases are played out, we turn our attention to the recruit board. Any player who has the majority of knights on a card gets to add that card to their hand. If there is no majority for a certain card, then no player gets the card and the knights stick around for the next round. Discarding and dealing cards. Players now have a chance to discard any cards in their hand that they do not want. The dealer refills any vacant recruit slot from the recruit board and deals each player's cards until they are back up to 4 cards. That is how each round is played. Another rule, any uncovered card on levels 2 through 4 can be discarded at any time during the game.
Alright, so now it's my opportunity to give you my crap review for Renaissance Man. by Rio Grande Games. For complexity, for me, I literally had to read through the rules a couple times. I got confused, and that to me that was just not fun. So I'm going to have to give it a 5 on complexity because I think it's a little bit complex with the rules and everything. Replayability, I liked the game. One of the big notes that me and David had while we were playing with it is that it's a lot more fun with more people. With 2 players, replayability for just me and another person is going to be really low. For me and a couple of people, it's going to be higher. So I think a fair grade would be about a 3. Awesomeness, this game is fun. Again, with more people, it's a lot more fun. But even if it's just 2 of you, even though the replayability is not there for 2 people, it is still fun with the game itself. So I'll give that about a 5. Price, I think on Amazon it's going for like $27. I would love to see this game around the $24 mark, and I think right there would be the perfect place to put it. So price at $27 or more, I'm going to do a 3 because I think it's a little bit too expensive. Well, that's my crap review.
All right, I guess it's time for my crap review of the game Renaissance Man. Let's start with complexity. I think that the rules make it seem more complex than it actually is. There's some writing things that kind of throw you for a loop, but I don't think the game's all that complex. I would say on a scale of 1 to 6, it's going to be a 3. Replayability. 1 to 2 players just does not work well for this game. 3 to 4, we played it with 3 players, and we played it 3 times, and we just kept wanting to play it more and more. So replayability, I'm going to go ahead and say a 5. Awesomeness, this game's pretty awesome. If you stick to that 3 players to 4 players rule, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and have to say a 5. Price, on Amazon, I think it's going for like $27-28, somewhere in that range. A little too pricey for me, but it's not going to completely break the bank for me, so I'm going to go ahead and say 3 on price. And that's my crap review of Renaissance Man.